Recording in progress.
Let's start, everybody. Okay. Where were we? We were in the chapter of registration. Correct, everybody? Registration. है ना? What have we seen till now? 22. Yes or no? Tell me, बच्चों. Yes. 22 we had seen. है ना? 22, 23 and 24. 23 we have not yet seen. 22 बच्चों we had seen. Correct, earlier all of you? हाँ. चलो ठीक है. 24, which cases we had seen compulsory they have to take registration, okay? Compulsorily. What we have done, first of all, your interstate supply, correct? But there is a little bit of exemption for interstate supply of services, or 20 lakhs and 10 lakhs. Then, persons who are required to pay tax under RCM, then CTP, NRTP. CTP was casual taxable person, NRTP was non-resident taxable person, ECO. Then our deductor TDS, that means a person is required to do TDS or TCS. Okay. Then point number 7, persons who make taxable supply of goods or services or both on behalf of other taxable persons, whether as an agent or otherwise. So you're transferring on behalf of principal and the principal is registered, then yes, even you have to be registered. This was important. I given a star mark also. ISD, input service distributor. Right now, I'm not going too much into details. OIDAR, but ISD also they have to compulsory register. That reference or discussion will come again, but we'll keep that later. Then OIDAR and persons who are required to pay tax under 9(5). Okay. 9(5) also. Okay, 9(5) also we have to cover. No problem, we'll do that. Chalo. Right now, not liable for registration. Come on, come to next page. Not liable for registration. Mansi enjoyed na today negotiable instruments. Right? Mansi is like, why are you making me remember, है ना? क्यों याद दिला रहे हो सर? Right. Okay. Let's go ahead, everybody. So not liable for registration. Okay. That means in a way, can I call it as exempt? Exempted from registration. Okay. Exempted from registration. I will tell a story later on. Anyways, person not liable for registration. Pay attention now. Person not liable for registration. Point number 1. Thus, persons solicited will not be taxable persons. Will not be what? Taxable persons. है ना? Obviously, that means they cannot charge tax. Then they cannot also claim ITC. So nothing, obviously, they have no benefit under GST, but no liability also under GST. Okay, they need not be registered. Look at those nice smileys you have, this emojis you have, whatever, graphs, whatever, graphics. Ready? Chalo. Person engaged exclusively in the business of supplying. Exclusively, understand na? Only, wholly and solely, है ना? Exclusively means बच्चों fully, dedicatedly, wholly and solely. So engage exclusively in the business of supplying goods and or services not liable to tax. First of all, they are not liable to tax, okay? Or wholly exempt from tax, okay? Or wholly exempt from tax. So either no tax on it or the taxes rate have been come to nil, or rather we'll call them as exempt goods. Okay, are not liable for to tax or wholly exempt from tax. Okay, shall not liable for registration. But again, please understand the word exclusively. 100% of their income is from such kind of goods or services. Okay, which are not liable to tax or exempt goods. Let's take an example. Madhur Oils Punjab Oils is exclusively engaged in supplying petrol. Then बच्चों they need not be registered, है ना? It is not liable to GST only, ना petrol बच्चों, okay नहीं? So they are not liable for registration as it is engaged exclusively in supplying of petrol. ठीक है, which is such goods which are not liable to tax. But that is okay, tell you. भव्य ज्योति फाउंडेशन चैरिटेबल trust बच्चों registered under 12AA of income tax. 12AA I have been telling you that will be part of your CA final syllabus. Okay, is exclusively engaged in supply of services by way of charitable activity. See, doing charitable activity is also service, but these services are बच्चों exempt obviously, है ना? Even a hospital gives you service, trust gives a charitable activity service. Yes, Celia? So services by an entity which are registered at 12AA of income tax, okay, are exempt from GST. Yes, Celia? Therefore, again, exclusively they are doing that activity, again exempt from tax. I mean, you're doing such activity which is exempt from tax. Then again, you need not be registered. All right, everybody. So point number one: goods or services or both exclusively you're dealing with such goods or services or both which are not liable for tax. Clear? So you need not be registered. Fine. Next, an agriculturist to the extent of supply of produce out of the cultivation of the land. We have an entire chapter on that, Indrajit. Exempt goods and services and everything. Okay. Negative list we have seen a schedule 3. You have an entire list for that. I mean, lots of things. Your wish will come true. Just like today's we had that negotiation instrument, that same thing. Again, that trailer you will get. Don't worry. Okay. Entire picture is remaining off. You have to see the entire list of exempt goods and or services. Okay. So in agriculture, to the extent of supply of produce out of cultivation of land, okay, is also not liable for registration. Now we have done income tax. Under income tax, we have done that chapter of agricultural income. Remember or no? And under that agricultural income, what else we had seen? Whatever it does before the cultivation, then whatever it does during cultivation or even after the cultivation to make the product marketable बच्चों, as long as it doesn't change the original character of the goods, we still call it as बच्चों agricultural produce. For example, I told you potatoes, है ना? Potatoes you not make, but you cultivate and grow potatoes and you're selling potatoes. That is agricultural income. But we change बच्चों potato into potato chips. That is not agricultural income. Clear till here? Or tomato into tomato ketchup. Definitely बच्चों not an agricultural income. Clear till here? So such income which is directly related to the produce of the land. Produce means you have cultivated something from the land. Yes or no? Okay till here? Okay. The term agriculture has been defined under section 27 of the Act as individual or HUF, okay, who undertakes cultivation of land by own labor, by labor of the family, or by servants or wages payable in cash or in kind. That is okay. So again, not a great definition for agriculturist, but what we are saying, individual or HUF, he or the family are involved in the cultivation of the land. Fine till here? So from the above definition, it is clear that benefit of not being liable to registration is only restricted to agriculturists who are individuals and HUFs. Okay. But now pay attention. If an agriculturist is also engaged, you will generally not get, in India it is not allowed. Company cannot hold agricultural land. There are producer companies, but directly it is not allowed. Further, if an agriculturist is also engaged in making any supply other than supply of produce of cultivation of land, he shall be liable to be registration बच्चों. He shall be liable to be registered. Now let me say a farmer बच्चों has a tractor, है ना? Obviously he's getting, let us say, 20 lakhs rupees income from agricultural produce. What did I say? He's getting बच्चों 20 lakhs rupees income from agricultural produce, and he also has a tractor of which he gets rupees 5 lakhs rent. Clear or no? Are you getting my point? Will he be liable to be registered or no? Yes, because agricultural produce is goods, but giving the tractor on rent was service. So it is goods and service mixed. Currently here, so 20 lakhs was exempt, but 5 lakhs was taxable. But we check बच्चों aggregate turnover, and for aggregate turnover, what do? We add all of it, taxable, non-taxable, to check the aggregate turnover. Are you getting my point, everybody? So, बच्चों, if it has a turnover of 1 crore rupees, but only out of agricultural produce, he is still not liable for registration. Is it okay? Are hi Anna. In a way, a similar concept was there in income tax. If I told you, if you have 1 crore rupees income only from agricultural activities, it is exempt. But if you have even FD interest or any other kind of income, then you will go under that partial integration scheme. There was a separate rules for that. Remember or no? So as long as it is 100% pure agricultural income, then no registration under GST. Understood? Okay, we'll see some examples here. Sure. Desh Bandhu is an agriculturist. ठीक है. Engaged in cultivation of wheat in his field in the state of Punjab. He was exclusively engaged in supply of wheat cultivated in his field in the provisions in the previous year. Thus, he was not liable for registration. That is okay, since exclusively. And the current year he decides to start trading. Obviously, trading of right. Trading is bachcho, not agriculturists. Why? Because for agriculturists, what has to be there? Cultivation of land. Okay? Who undertakes cultivation of land. Clear? True. Who is own labor or through family labor. Labor means family is working, or he hires the wagers and laborers. Clear earlier? Cultivation of land and trading of agriculture produce are completely separate. Yes or no? Trading is buying and selling of goods, not services. Correct. So trading in rice, apart from supplying of his wheat produce, his turnover in the current year is 32 lakhs from supply of wheat produced and 9 lakhs from trading of rice. Again 41, crossing 40, done. है ना? Clear na? Because it is exclusively goods. Goods. Na? Cultivation of goods, that is selling of goods, as well as trading. He is dealing with goods only, बच्चों. ठीक है? Buying and selling of goods. Trading means what? Buying and selling of goods. Clear earlier? Punjab, it is given na Punjab. Punjab 40 lakhs. Only goods, if it is exclusively goods. Since he is engaged in trading of rice also, he is not now covered under that exemption. Clear? The threshold limit bachcho is for exclusively for goods in Punjab is 40 lakhs. His turnover is 41 lakhs. He is liable to be registered. And I've been telling you that since yesterday. You are registered. Does that mean you have to pay tax immediately? Will you bachcho still pay tax on wheat, on supply of wheat? No na baba. Just because you are registered doesn't mean the tax will be applicable. Clear hai? On trading etc. whatever may be the liability, that will be there. Okay. For that also you have to check what are the rates etc. Okay, everybody. Done all of you? Chalo.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
Specified category of persons notified by CG, by government, exempted from obtaining registration. The first one was what, bachcho? First one we had seen was what? Exclusively dealing in goods or services which are exempted or not liable to tax. Second, agriculturist. Clear here? Exclusively again from? Exclusively bachcho from what? Cultivation of land. Correct here? Next category. Now there are notified persons who are not liable to be registered. Okay? Ready? Chalo. Persons making only RCM, reverse charge supplies. What was reverse charge, bachcho? Who levies as well as pays the tax under reverse charge? Correct. Buyer. I hope all of you have done that concept already. If A supplies, okay, but A will not charge tax, B will charge in a way on himself, that is the understanding, okay, and obviously he will himself will deposit. That means he will not pay the tax to A, he will pay directly bachcho to the government. That is okay. That was reverse charge. That is A is the supplier, but the recipient bachcho when he calculates and pays the tax, that is a reverse charge. Now I told you on certain transactions, which example I had given you? GTA, I think, Goods Transport Agency. Remember GTA, Goods Transport Agency. So on there again there is a separate, you can see concept on that separate chapter. So there are certain again goods and not services on which reverse charge is applicable. So let us say GTA, Goods Transport Agency, okay? So this supplier is dealing with only that kind of goods or services. Only that kind of goods or services on which RCM is applicable. That means whenever or wherever he does a supply, the recipient has to calculate and pay the taxes. So why do you burden this supplier with compliances and all of that? Are you getting my point, everybody? Whenever now A does any kind of supply, the recipient has to do the calculation and payment of taxes, because on that goods or services RCM is applicable. So there is no compliance on the head of A, or on the, we can say, burden of A. No. Clearly everybody? ठीक है? अरे हाँ ना? चलो. So persons who are only engaged in making supplies of taxable goods or services, both the total tax on which is liable to be paid on reverse charge, okay, basis, have been exempted from obtaining registration. I think one more example we had done was what about director setting fees, no? Okay. Anyways, I have been telling you GTA, that will be there. Okay, GTA, Goods Transport Agency. Remember? Okay, ready, bachcho? Are you understanding a little bit of connection between income tax and GST now? Tell me what comes to your mind from income tax. I am giving you a hint also. When I talk about Goods Transport Agency, what all comes to your mind? What all exemption come? Whatever comes to your mind? Tell me, chalo. From income tax. Good, Nitin. Good point. First of all, good. 35,000 cash limit. Good. Very good, guys. What else? Very good, Mansi. 194C. No TDS. And that time I told you the same reason or no? What didn't I, if you remember? What I told you that time? These people keep on traveling all over India. They have, you can say, invoices or money raised from all over India. They can't keep on doing compliances and call for regularly, update my TDS, give me TDS certificate. Not possible. Correct? And one more simple example under PGBP again. Whatever AD, na? Or AE, what it was? ADA, ADA. AE? Correct. I hope you're understanding now. So let me tell you one thing. What all things to your mind come to your mind when the supplier is in a way in an unorganized sector. The supplier is in a way, bacho, in an unorganized sector. Supplier is a small player in a way. Clear? We don't want to burden the supplier with compliances. We cannot. Not reasonable. Or in some example, the recipient is very much allowed, or the recipient can comply with the, you can say, compliances, follow the compliance. In that case, we don't burden the supplier with the compliances. So we tell recipient to do all the compliances. Compliances means collect and pay the taxes, file GST returns, everything. Clear? Now GTA all over but throughout country, that is not an organized sector. Understood? Everybody okay till here? Chalo. But that is what, again, service. Hai na? So money current transporters, the word itself is what? Transporters. I hope you're understanding. They are not in the supply of goods, they are in the supply of service. Hai na? So money current transporters, the GTA, engaged exclusively in supplying GTA services. Goods Transport Agency, little bit of thing I will put into it. Transportation. So yes, there is a driver, there is a truck, that service is there of driving. But there is also allied services which will be related to this, is loading and unloading. Are you getting my point or no? Is loading and unloading. कुछ समझा कि नहीं? Have you any time shifted your home, or thought of, or heard of, or seen of? You take a tempo on, or a small truck on. Okay, Nitin. You take a tempo or a small truck on rent. You pay him for the whatever, but do you agree or not that he has to do all the collection as well as all the loading as well as unloading? Are you getting my point or no? Everybody. है ना? Yes, everybody. Okay? So even that is considered as a part of GTA. Okay? That is just a small discussion we are having here. Okay? खुशबू समझा क्या? अंडरस्टूड इंद्रजीत? So they take something extra 300 or 500 depends okay on case to case basis. So engage exclusively in supplying GTA service, okay, liable to tax under a reverse charge. Since tax is being paid on GTA services at 5% in given case, that you will understand later on. Why 5% and all of that, okay? Leave that right now. Basically, right now, whatever I'm focusing, GTA is applicable. Thus, it is exempt. It is exempt which one? Money current transporters but are exempt from registration. Okay, because they engage exclusively in making supplies, tax on which is liable bachcho on reverse charge basis. Okay, can you go ahead? Further, money current transporter supplies the said service to Divakar Manufacturing Private Limited, whose aggregate turnover does not exceed the applicable threshold limit. Pay attention now. Important case. Divakar Manufacturing Private Limited bachcho. Okay, they have taken the service of goods transporter, correct? Now, Divakar Manufacturing Company's turnover doesn't exceed 20 lakhs or 40 lakhs. Okay, everybody? Still, they have to bachcho take registration. Why? Because they are taking such service or goods on which RCM is applicable. Yes, under which section now? Very good, Indrajit. Good point. Very good point. Section 24, compulsory registration, under which we had seen if you're taking such a goods or services on which RCM is applicable, you have to compulsorily register. When you use common sense, whenever you're talking of compulsory registration, we are completely, the threshold limit is completely immaterial. Even if there is no turnover, or even if this is your first invoice, your first expenditure in life, and on that transaction RCM was applicable, you'll have to register. Somebody has to pay the tax. Understood or no, everybody? And these are notified goods or services. Notified. So a list is given. List. So if you're taking goods or services from that list on which RCM is applicable, you have to register, irrespective of your own actual turnover limit. Turnover. Understood or no? Clear? Everybody? See, pay attention. If tomorrow, now little bit, I'm just expanding the example. If tomorrow, money current transporters wants to take registration, they can take. Nobody stopping them. They can voluntarily take. Nobody stopping them. Understood earlier? So voluntary is बच्चों something different. है कि नहीं? But in this example, this recipient, Divakar company, they have to compulsorily take. They don't have choice. Clearly here? So exclusively giving such service goods on which RCM is applicable, supplying, registration is not compulsory. If you receive something on which RCM is applicable, you have to compulsorily register. Is it okay, everybody? Understood? Can I go ahead? Chalega? Then, person making interstate supply of service. If it is goods, then it comes under bachcho what? Compulsory registration. Even if 1 single rupee you're doing interstate supply of goods, compulsory registration. Interstate supply service, exempt up to 20 lakhs. Okay? Interstate supply of service, exempt up to 20 lakhs. And again, special states, those 4 states only now, 10 lakhs. Okay? So, person making interstate supplies of taxable services. I have client, I am doing a practice in Pune. I have a client in Delhi. It is interstate. Okay? The person making interstate supplies of taxable services and having an aggregate turnover to be computed on all India basis not exceeding 20 lakhs. We will come to Bacho section 24 exemption only if you are not liable to take registration under 22. Hai na? Because of threshold limit. Yes or no? Yes, everybody. We are under 24 na, right now. Sorry. We are under 24 right now. Correct. Indrajit. Sorry, what we did? 22, 23, 24 na? Haan, correct. 22 as per turnover. 23 not liable. And 24 compulsory. है ना बच्चों? Okay, clear? So check. Only if all on all India basis है ना, your turnover is बच्चों not exceeding 20 lakhs. Do you have enhanced threshold limit for बच्चों services? No. Services still बच्चों 20 lakhs. Do you remember that or no? Only if you're doing exclusively goods, you get a threshold limit of 40 lakhs. Again, in that we had exemptions, okay? Remember or no? Chalo. So, such person whose aggregate turnover doesn't exceed 20 lakhs, but if he does an interstate supply of service, so again up to 20 lakhs, but it is exempt. Clear earlier? So basically, interstate supply of service up to 20 lakhs is exempt. Okay? Are hi Anna. Tell me, bachcho. Okay, ready? Pay attention. If Mr. A, okay, let us see, is in Maharashtra. Okay, Maharashtra, his turnover is 18 lakhs. Will he register? Tell me. No. And bachcho, Maharashtra turnover was 18 lakhs. And he made, let us say, a supply in Delhi of 1 lakh. I'm talking of service, huh? Both are service. Will he still do bachcho registration now? Also no. Also no. Because interstate supply of services bachcho up to, again calculated on all India basis, okay, is not exceeding 20 lakhs. Clear earlier, everybody? Yeah? And let me say one more, let me give you one more example. B, again service only. From Karnataka to Tamil Nadu. Alright? 22 lakhs. Tell me now. Then applicable 22 lakhs, na bachcho now. Service, obviously I'm talking of service only. Required, liable, है ना? Okay, everybody? As soon as but you touch the figure of 20 lakhs, you have to register. है कि नहीं? See, another example, if I give you, there is C, who is giving service. Okay? From Kerala to Kerala. 22 lakhs. You tell me what will happen. Obviously, he has to register. Because threshold limit is crossed of 20 lakhs already with the intra. So when in inter, same thing. So intra and inter isn't making any difference. No. So what are we discussing here? Interstate goods bachcho, even of 1 rupee, then you have to register. Interstate goods. Interstate service bachcho, they have matched the limit as such. Interstate as well as intra service limit is 20 lakhs only, na? Are you getting my point or no? Yeah? Everybody? कुछ समझा? All okay? Chalo, can we go ahead? Dhola and Company, located in Delhi, engage in supply of taxable goods. Okay? In the neighboring states of Punjab and Haryana. That means interstate, compulsory registration, 24. Hi, Anna. Its aggregate turnover is 10 lakhs. But bachcho, it is interstate taxable supply of goods. It is required to register compulsorily. Yes, Celia? If in the above case, however, Dhola and Company is engaged in interstate supply of services, then bachcho, how much is the total turnover? 10 lakhs only. Then doesn't exceed 20 lakhs, therefore no registration. Is it okay? Clear or no, everybody? Are hi, Anna? Simple? Chalo. Can I go ahead? Then, persons making interstate taxable supplies of notified handicraft goods. In goods, first of all, goods. Interstate. Okay? But notified handicraft goods. Okay, handmade. This is your charkha, that your lakade ki kati ka ghoda. Okay, this is what bhaura. That is what. This is what I think is making what table and bench, something like that. This I did not understand. This is a stand or what? Pencil stand, kitchen stand. What is it? Or that? What all they do? I don't know. Whatever, something made out of hand, but okay. Anyways, okay. But is it okay? Pay attention. First of all, so WWE chair. Chair. Okay. Can you go ahead, everybody? So, it is interstate supply of goods. So, what do you say? Interstate supply of goods, compulsory registration. Correct, earlier? But if you take notified handicraft goods, then no registration. That also, bacho, limit up to 20 lakhs. Okay? So, we've seen as per section 24, compulsory, na? Making interstate supply of taxable goods, interstate supply of goods, liable for registration. है ना? Irrespective of turnover limit, irrespective of actual turnover. However, in the following cases, persons making interstate supplies of goods have been exempted from obtaining registration. Pay attention, all of you. Notified handicraft goods, okay, and other notified products. Notified means obviously you know listed. Listed means communicated. The government, the department has given the list of them or those items. है ना? So persons making interstate taxable supplies notified handicraft goods. It can be those mud or soil vessels. You understand? Or I think yes, what I had bought someday before. Handmade candles, handicraft items, jewelry and all of that. Okay? If it is handicraft. Fine. Again, we have a list. We'll be going through that also. Okay, big story. My goodness, entire big story you have. Okay? We'll do that. Chalega? Handicraft 7 and 8. Both will do. Chalega? Chalo. Handicraft means notifies handicraft items which are eligible for concessional rate of tax. For instance, handicraft candles, they are basically handmade candles. Articles made out of paper mache. Coir, have you seen a coir, bacho? That mat you have at times, coir. I think it is made out of what? Coconut, that cover, correct, yes. Fine. You can use a mattress or mat also, correct? Or a scrubber, coir articles. Handbags including pouches and or purses. Jewelry box, hand embroidered articles. Artware of iron or aluminium. See, these examples are only for knowledge purpose, okay, and not relevant for exams. So please don't buy heart all of this. Don't buy heart. So what are handicraft? Predominantly made by hand. It is not a commercial. You can say a mechanized product. No. I think we had used the term cottage industry somewhere. Cottage industry, hai na? Without aid of power. Okay. Anyways, even though some tools or machinery may be used, such goods are graced with visual appeal. Wah 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 wah. And the nature of ornamentation or inlay work or some similar work of substantial nature possess distinctive features which can be aesthetic, artistic, ethnic, or culturally attached. Do you have that embroidery articles you have now? You might have seen some dresses or something. They're stitched, worked upon by hand. And they're completely different, bacho, from mechanically produced goods. Some of the other, now pay attention, other notified products. Okay, this also now. First one was handicraft, other is notified products. Again, for understanding, okay, check. Like leather articles. Leather articles again, what about purse, pouches, bags maybe, carved wood products. Again, some designer thing, okay, or toys, or again something for the showpiece item. Wood turning and lacquerware. Don't ask me what all this, okay. Bamboo products, bamboo, textiles, hand printing, handmade paper you also used to get, okay. Handmade paper also you get. Theater costumes, music instruments, dolls and toys. These are bacho examples of notified products. Again, for your understanding, not for examination purpose. Okay, chalega. Okay. So these items, when made by craftsmen, predominantly by hand, even though some machinery may be used, that is okay. Chalega. So what are we talking about? Interstate supply of these items. So these are goods, but up to 20 lakhs, then exempt. No registration required. Okay. Conditions to be fulfilled. The aggregate value of such supplies to be computed on all India basis is doesn't exceed but to 20 lakhs and 10 lakhs for the 4 states. Okay. And such persons have obtained a PAN and have generated a e-waybill. It is not C-waybill, it is e-waybill. Make it e-waybill. Because you're doing interstate supply for that e-waybill, again you'll understand in the next chapter. Debit and credit notes and invoices in that chapter will understand. Okay. Can you go ahead? Ariza Private Limited, located in MP, is a supplier of taxable and notified handicraft goods also. So taxable as well as notified. Are you getting my point or no? They are separate. They are selling two separate types of items. One items which are taxable, other items which are notified handicraft goods. It supplies these goods in neighboring states of Uttar Pradesh and Orissa. Its aggregate turnover in the month of April is 15 lakhs. Okay. Although Ariza is engaged in making interstate, it is not liable to be is not liable to obtain registration till its aggregate turnover doesn't exceed 20 lakhs, as it has availed the exemption from registration under section under so and so notification. Look at the wordings here again. Interstate taxable supplies of notified handicraft goods up to 20 lakhs. Okay. Persons making interstate taxable supplies of notified handicraft goods and person making all so and so. Okay. They have not given us the breakup of what is what, but notified handicraft goods. Finally, all of you. Special category state. 10 lakhs. Yes. 10 lakhs. MMNT है ना, मणिपुर, मेघालय, मिजोरम. MMNT, नागालैंड, त्रिपुरा. हाँ, मणिपुर, मिजोरम, नागालैंड, त्रिपुरा है ना. CTP. Ready? Again we are talking of exemption. CTP. Had you seen bachcho CTP here? Where? In compulsory registration, bachcho, had we seen? Tell me. We had seen the CTP. Casual taxable person we had seen in compulsory registration. Yes or no? Check here. Yes. And here also what have we seen? However, threshold of 20 lakhs or 10 lakhs is available for a CTP who is making interstate taxable supplies of notified handicraft goods. है ना? So again it is coming here as another point. है ना? So if CTP does but your interstate supplies of notified, again up to 20 lakhs allowed. What is a CTP? I have given as example. ठीक है. CTP बच्चों means in a way, okay, pay attention. He doesn't have one single permanent place of business. He does not have one single permanent place of business. Okay. He goes, that means he travels physically from state to state. Netflix is service beta. I'm talking of goods here. है ना? That's why I tell you, don't have ganja in morning. It has impact till night, huh? है ना? But no, you have to take. Okay. So these people will take their items to various states and sell it in that state. Are you getting my point? they will take the item and sell. Have you heard of exhibitions, बच्चों? Exhibitions, है ना? So what happens in exhibitions? People come along with their stock and then sell in the exhibitions. Similarly, if there are exhibitions around different states or different markets are there, people will travel to that markets and sell it in that market. Yes, everybody? Fine. As we have seen earlier, that as per section 24, that is our compulsory registration, na? Yes, correct. A CTB is liable to be registered, okay, irrespective of threshold limit. But if CTB is बच्चों doing what? These again items, है ना? Okay, interstate or interstate. Fine till here? Condition to be fulfilled. CTBs are availing benefit of so and so, the same notification. Okay. Again, aggregate value of such supplies do not exceed 20 lakhs on all India basis. Yes. And again, they have a PAN and have generated an e-way bill. They need not be बच्चों registered under GST. Fine till here, everybody? ठीक है ना? चलेगा? All of you? Can we go ahead, everybody? Then, liable to register in respect of services provided by the commission agent, ADAT, है ना? We call it ADAT agent also, ADAT. As per APMC Act for sale or purchase of agricultural produce. Now just try to understand. Is commission agent a agriculturist? Yes or no? No, absolutely not. He doesn't deal with any kind of cultivation of land. Yes, Chalia? Vakya. Is he dealing with agricultural produce or no? Is he dealing with agricultural produce? Yes. If bachcho we tax him now means what? We make him liable for ration, so we will do it. That is not a problem. He is not an agriculturist. But if we make his services bachcho liable to GST, what will be the impact? The goods bachcho will be costly. If at all we make his service taxable under GST, what will happen bachcho? The goods, the essential food items bachcho will become taxable. Not just taxable, it will obviously increase the rates, and increase the prices of the goods. Clear? Of food I'm talking about, food. Clear? So registration is one thing and taxation or taxability is bachcho another thing. Clear earlier all of you? Yes? Chalo. So let's check. CBIC has clarified the issue as to whether services provided by commission agent as per APMC Act. As per APMC Act, that means he will be registered. He has followed all the rules, conditions of APMC. You know? APMC Act for sale, purchase of agricultural produce. Qualify as supply. Okay, Akshay. Qualify as supply under GST. Okay? With the help of following example. It further examines and clarifies the registration requirements of such commission agents. Okay? Mr. A sells agricultural produce by utilizing the service of Mr. B, who is a commission agent. Is it okay, everybody? Who is the agriculturist? A. A sells through B. Yes, Celia? Who is a commission agent? Agent, but this example also we had already seen. Para 3, Schedule 1, correct? In whose invoice, in whose name the invoice is given. The agent or the farmer or owner, है ना, principal. Anyways, A is the farmer, agricultural, B is the agent. B, the agent, identifies the buyers and sells the agricultural produce on behalf of A, for which he charges a commission from A. That is okay? Yes. In cases where the invoice is issued directly, this we had covered, okay, by A, agriculturist, to the buyer, then bachcho, agent is not a agent, remember or no? Under Schedule 1. However, in case of invoice is issued by B to the buyer, B is an agent. Yes. Hence, in such case, the services supplied by commission agent B on behalf of principal without consideration shall be deemed to be a supply. Yes, that is also okay. That also, bachcho, as it is, we have already covered. When he gives bachcho the invoice in his own name, na? Yes or no? Done. The relation requirements of the commission agent in such cases have been discussed as follows. As you already seen, as per section 24, a person is liable for registration if he makes taxable supply of goods or services or both. है ना? Correct or no? There is one more case. Yes, section 24, na? Compulsory registration. बच्चों, compulsory registration is liable for mandatory registration. Correct? On behalf of other taxable person. If you are an agent, but if you are an agent of a registered person, then you compulsorily bachcho have to be registered. हाँ है ना? Accordingly, a commission agent will be liable to get a mandatory registered under this provision only when both the following conditions are satisfied. That principal should be a taxable person. Agriculturists will never be taxable person. And second condition is what? Supplies should be taxable. Na? Supplies made by the commission agent should be taxable. Clear till here? अरे हाँ. However, generally, a commission agent under APMC Act makes supplies on behalf of agriculturist who is not a taxable person. Agriculture is not a taxable person, na bachcho. If he supplies produce out of cultivation of land, is it okay? Are you getting meaning of this paragraph, bachcho? Generally, normally, what is going to happen? That commission agent is going to sell on behalf of the farmer only, na, agriculturist, and the farmer or agriculturist bachcho are not registered. Simple, Delia. So, here, I hope you're understanding what I have written here. And so, will they be liable to be registered under section 24? No, because the principal itself is not liable. Clear or no? Thus, commission agent who is making supplies on behalf of non-taxable person is not liable for compulsory registration. Finally, here. Further, since services, bachcho, now pay attention one more thing. The service which he provides, okay, by the commission agent for sale or purchase of agricultural produce are exempt from GST, bachcho. Why? Because whatever happens in and around very much closely to agriculture is bachcho exempt from tax. Clear till here? So we have another chapter in Indrajit. And you have to buy heart. In that chapter also you have to buy heart, which all goods and services are exempt. Clear? Can we go ahead, everybody? Chalo. So such commission agents are not liable to be registered even under 23(1)(a), 23 also. That means even if this turnover normally also exceeds 20 lakhs, it is service, no? Are they liable to be registered? No, because the service which they are giving is not liable for GST, not liable to tax. Are हाँ या ना? They are dealing exclusively बच्चों in supply of commission agent services. Commission agent services for agricultural produce बच्चों is exempt. Clear? So even if their turnover is more than 20 lakhs, they are not liable to be registered under 23 also. So even 23 not applicable, as well as 24 also not applicable. Clear? However, when a commission agent is liable to pay tax under RCM, then such an agent bachcho will be required to get compulsorily registered. Let us say bachcho this commission agent takes service of GTA, takes the service of GTA, Goods Transfer Agency. Now GTA is not liable to be registered, but then in that case the recipient of RCM goods or services will be liable to be registered. Understood or no, all of you? खुशबू ओके, मानसी, इंद्रजीत, नितिन, बोलो बोलो बेटा, ठीक है? All of you. Example 1. Ready? Examine the reasons whether registration is required under GST in the following different cases. Adhav Computers, okay, of Gujarat is providing computer maintenance service. All right, service. Aggregate turnover of, you don't look at the answer. Huh? Aggregate turnover of Adhav Computers is 15 lakhs, which comprises both interstate and intra. Don't look at the answers from the textbook. Tell me the answer, but liable or not liable? बच्चों, not liable. Because service beta है ना, service ना. What did I tell you just some time back? Intrastate, interstate, all aggregate. But for service, then not liable for compulsory registration. Okay, be careful. Okay, sure. Next one. Soft Wings of West Bengal exclusively trading in garments. Garments means goods. Supplies its taxable goods in various states of India from its outlet in West Bengal. Aggregate turnover only 35 lakhs, but exclusively goods 40 lakhs, but still interstate, बच्चों 1 rupee also compulsorily required to be registered. Yes or no? All of you okay till here? Liable. Interstate goods, बच्चों, are they handicraft notified goods? Then again we would have changed the answer, है ना? These are garments, so taxable. First example, बच्चों, not liable, है ना? Next one. Don't look at the answer. Examine whether the liability to register compulsory, whether the liability to register compulsorily under section 24 compulsory arises in each of the independent cases. First one, Meenu, a supplier in Maharashtra, is actually engaged in supply of potatoes produced out of cultivation of her own land within as well as outside Maharashtra. Tell me. Not required ना बच्चों. Yes, Celia, because exclusively बोलो. For interstate, it should be what? Taxable supply, taxable goods of whatever you're doing interstate. Now potatoes are not much taxable. हाँ या ना? So even if you're doing interstate supply, you're not doing interstate supply of taxable goods. Okay, Akshay. Understood earlier? Therefore, not required. Okay? So first answer what, बच्चों? Not liable. Why? Even if interested, why? Because exclusively in cultivation and supply of potatoes. That is your agriculture. Okay? Interstate taxable supply. Is it okay? Jinu Oils, Gujarat, is engaged in supplying machine oil as well as petrol. So goods first of all, and then we add both of them, by the way. Further, it provides services of refining of oil to customers, 20 lakhs. Total turnover of supplying a machine is 10. We will add petrol to that 5, and we'll add service also 6, 21. Liable. Why? Because when we do calculation, we take all of them, we'd add all of them. And supplying much goods as well as services. The limit is 20 lakhs for goods and services. Okay? So even if within intra, liable. But when you revise, read the entire story. Okay? Which all sections comes into picture. Okay? Third one, Tilu is working as an agent. He is supplying taxable goods as an agent of Tiku, who is registered taxable person, and its aggregate turnover doesn't exceed 20 lakhs. Tilu's bacho, Tilu's liable. 24. Section 24. हाँ या ना? All of you okay till here? बोलो. Right? Agreed, everybody? हाँ. Okay. It provided person who make, what is the answer? Compulsory, mandatory, required to obtain registration. Okay. On behalf of other taxable persons, is required to obtain registration compulsorily. Okay, all of you. Done till here, all of you. Sure. That is what your section 22, 23 and 24. Procedure for registration. ठीक है. 25, 26, 27. Ready? If you look at the point over a little bit at least, to begin with, you will see, notice here, that the procedure itself is put, the process itself is also put in the act itself. So they have not delegated any of this to any of the council or authority, kept it as a part of act. So it is uniform throughout and always uniform, है ना? Not based on any kind of rules. Okay. Hmm. 25, 26, 27. When you want, you can please go through that. This also, bear at. It is already given to you there, no? This makes the process uniform all over the country. The decision making process also has been expedited. Expedited means what, Bacho? Expedited means it is, you can see, done a little bit fast, in a fast manner. Okay. Strict timelines have been stipulated for completion of different stages of registration process. Strict timelines. In a way, you'll notice here, whenever the matter is pending with the department, and if we don't hear from the department for some n number of days, that means you applied for registration and it's been 7 days and there is no notice or no knowledge or no communication from the department, we will deemed, or it is assumed, bacho, that your registration has been granted. In a way, in this, the laws which we will be learning as of now, this kind of timeline is put. Timeline means what? Time limit. If no communication from department, deemed in favor of the assessee or taxpayer. Okay. If the taxpayer replies and there is no reply back from the department, deemed the department has approved. Clear till here, all of you? Okay till here? Yes? चलो आगे बढ़े. Can we go ahead? Okay. चलो. Pay attention. Where and by when to apply for registration? है ना? To apply. Now why, बच्चों, you have to apply? Either 22, tell me, बच्चों, or 24. हाँ है ना? Isn't it? Or if none of them, then voluntarily also. Isn't it, everybody? Clear or no? So turnover has exceeded the threshold limit, or you are part of compulsory registration, or you want to apply voluntarily. ठीक है? Persons who are liable to be registered under 22 or 24. Now 22 or 24, pay attention. Now some event happened, na? Some event happened because of which 22 or 24 is getting applicable on you. What event happened under section 22? The event is crossing of threshold. हाँ है ना? Crossing of what, बच्चों? Threshold. The turnover has exceeded beyond that limit. That is 22. Are you getting my point or no? Either 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs or 40 lakhs. Clearly, you cross that turnover limit. So someday, some transaction, some invoice is making you cross that limit. Clear? That is the event. 24 is what, bacho? Compulsory registration. You are doing the first interstate supply. That is the event. You are taking some goods or services on which RCM is applicable. Clear till here? So again, that is an event. Understood? So whenever that event triggers means it is hit, applicable. Okay, from that day as such, you have to apply for a registration. Is it okay? So where? In every such state or UT in which he is so liable. Okay? In how many days? Within 30 days. From the date on which he becomes liable to registration. Within 30 days from the date on which he becomes liable to registration. Is it okay till all of you? Means you might think Acha is crossing 20 lakhs. So in this invoice he should charge GST. So first you'll have to apply for GST. How much department may take time, or how much can you guess in advance? My next order will be of 2 lakhs or my next order will be of 10,000. The market will go up or market will go down. You can't predict. And then they said as per law also what? Turnover exceeds 20 lakhs now. Or exemption is up to 20 lakhs bachcho. So let the at least turnover go beyond 20 lakhs. Are हाँ ना? Then you'll apply for registration. But within how many days? 30 days. Did I use the term getting the registration within 30 days? No. What are we talking about? Application. That means the taxpayer, within how much time will he apply? When he'll actually get or obtain, that is different thing. That is department's headache or department's process. Understood on everybody? So within how many time you should go ahead and apply for it? Within 30 days from when you become liable, either under section 22 or 24. Is it okay everybody? समझ रहा है? Are you all understanding? Clear? Akshay also? Indrajit? Can I say one thing over here, that the invoice or supply because of which you are getting liable to register? I am repeating. The invoice, है ना? Or the supply, same thing. Because of which you are getting liable to be registered. On that invoice, there is no GST. Did you understand or no? Means let me say your turnover till now is 19.8 lakhs. Fine till here. Your next invoice, bachcho, is of 60,000. Next invoice. Basically, because of this invoice, you are crossing the threshold limit. हाँ या ना बच्चों? Clear till here? But you did not know na at 19.8. What will be my next invoice amount? 10,000 or more than 20,000? We don't know. Clear? So when we are crossing, after crossing your liable, we will say. So that invoice is bachcho gone. 60,000 normal without GST. And then hence next whatever invoices you are going to issue. You can't charge GST unless you have GST registration number. Simple. That will be a big crime. You can't charge GST bachcho unless you have GST registration number. Is it okay everybody till here? Yes? Fine. So we'll keep on issuing invoices, but once this invoice was issued, the date, from that within 30 days he has to apply for registration. Is it okay till here everybody? CTB NRDP. CTB NRDP bachcho, they don't have a fixed place of business. NRDP also coming in India with some goods, or either trader, he imports in India, but again doesn't have a fixed place of business in India. So he comes in India for exhibition or again display of items, he sells it, then again goes back. Yes or no everybody? Yes, Celia? Chalo, next, let's go ahead everybody. A casual taxable person or as NRTP, at least minimum bachcho 5 days before of starting a business, they need to register. Bachcho, they are part of 24 or no now? 24. 24, no? So whenever they want to do business, they have to apply before. Others bachcho, they have to apply after. CTP, NRTP, before. Because they don't have a fixed place of business, where will we catch them? How will we catch them? Hai na? They'll keep on traveling only. Okay? Anyways. Sugam Services Limited is engaged in taxable supply of services. in Delhi. The turnover of Sugam Sugar Services SSS, okay, SSL, exceeded 20 lakhs on 1st November. So within 30 days of 1st November, starting from 2nd November na, onwards, liable to be registered by 1st December in Delhi, obviously from where he is making the supply. Clear on all of you? Is it okay till here? Bolo haan. Are haan. Yes, Celia? Then, state wise registration. One registration per state. Okay? 25 to Red with Rule 11. Registration also needs to be taken state wise. We don't have a universal central registration now like PAN. Okay? There is no centralized registration under GST. A business entity having its branches in multiple states have to compulsory take then registration state wise. Okay? For any of its branches which are in different states. Further, this also I've explained to you many times now. If within the same state but he has multiple branches, he has option, he can declare one of them as principal place of business, other as additional place of business, or he can take for all the branches within the same state separate registrations. Ha ya na? Clear? Further, within a state, an entity with different branches shall be granted single registration, wherein it can declare one place as principal place of business and others as additional place of businesses. Yes, Celia? Simple, everybody? Separation for different places of business within a state may be granted. Okay, ready? Although a taxpayer having multiple places of branch business in one state is not mandatorily required to obtain separate registration for each of his branches, he has an option to obtain independent registration बच्चों for each such separate place of business. Is it okay, everybody? ठीक है ना? Fine, ले लियो. However, separate registration for each place of business shall be granted, provided all separately registered places of business of such persons pay tax on supply of goods or services both made to another registered place of business of such person and issue a tax invoice or bill of supply for such supply. Separation application needs to be filed for each place of business. Okay. All separately registered places of such person pay tax बच्चों on supply of goods or services both made to another registered place of business of such person. Arey Baba, this we had already covered, na? What? Are they not distinct person? Now do you remember section 25 we have reached or no ultimately बच्चों? Tell me. We have obviously not done section in between, but 25 that little bit of discussion we had है ना बच्चों? Okay. A registered person, star mark. A registered person opting to obtain separate registration for a place of business shall submit a separate application in form number GST REG 01. Okay. REG obviously registration. Okay. In respect of such place of business. Rule 9, Rule 10, which you will see. Chalo, let's check. Mithalal and Sons, a supplier in Maharashtra, not Jethalal, okay, has 3 branches in Pune. Sorry, in Maharashtra. Mumbai, Pune, and Mahabaleshwar. Wow. Mumbai and Pune branches are engaged in the supply of garments and Mahabaleshwar बच्चों shoes. ठीक है. Either it can obtain single registration for Maharashtra, declaring one of the branches as principal place of business, let's say Mumbai, and other 2 branches as additional places of business. Or it can obtain separate registration बच्चों for each of the 3 branches. Okay. Find लिया. In case you opt to have separate registration बच्चों for all of its 3 branches, and Mumbai branch sends some garments for sale to Pune branch, Mumbai branch must raise a tax invoice on the Pune branch and also pay tax on such transfer. Yes or no? Why बच्चों? Because it is transfer between distinct persons. Every registration will be treated as distinct person. Yes? Got it? Clear or no? Composition scheme is बच्चों, how do I tell you? Yes, not a big problem. Composition levy in case of separate registration for multiple places of businesses within a state or UT. Composition scheme. Have we done presumptive taxation? Tell me this. In income tax. Do you remember or no? Yes. What was the meaning of that? Are there some exemptions? No books of accounts, then a presumed rate of profit. है ना? Clear Delio? Similarly, under purchase composition scheme was the same thing. A fixed rate of tax, but with some again conditions. Clear Delio? Composition scheme. Composite supply is something different, Indrajit. Composite supply is different. We are talking about composition scheme. Okay? Composition levy. Okay? So it is again just like for right now for the sake of example, take it in your head as a presumptive taxation scheme, like income tax. Okay? Just keep that much in your head right now. So if a person is paying tax for one of his places of business under normal scheme, he shall not pay tax under composition scheme for any other place. This we will, बच्चों, as it is, do it when you are doing composition scheme in detail. चलेगा all of you? अरे हाँ बोलो बच्चों, है ना? If one of the places of business of a registered person becomes ineligible to pay under composition scheme, all other registered places बच्चों will also become ineligible to pay under composition scheme. That we will see later on. ठीक है, छोड़ो. Then we come to again simple one, voluntary. If none of the sections are getting applicable, a person can बच्चों still apply voluntarily. The main reason being बच्चों claiming of credit. Okay, and at times if at all you're going into a new business or you're taking a dealership, I'm just giving you an example. Dealership, the first criteria the supplier says is get your what? Registration done. So you can also claim credit. Okay, you can also claim credit. Clear to all of you? Was there a lag? Okay, am I audible now? Huh. Are we good? No problem. ठीक है.
Recording in progress.
Where were we? Here only, yeah? So, bachcho, that's common sense. So, I hope you understood what, bachcho? That if a person is registered on every supply, he has to charge GST. Okay, everybody? All of you there? I will not understand you there or not, so keep on replying. Okay? Fine. Good, got it. Okay. Yeah, got it. Nitin, you keep on doing that. Nitin can send me messages, DM. So I can understand. Okay. Again, I'm repeating one more time. What did I say? Even if you're already registered or you get the GST registration number, as soon as you get GST registration number on your taxable supply, you have to charge GST. Clear? Even if obviously your turnover had not exceeded 20 lakhs or 40 lakhs. Okay? Okay, can we go ahead? Distinct persons or establishment of distinct persons. One is taxable, other is your exempt. है ना? One your branch is under GST. From other branch, बच्चों, you are doing, let us say, liquor business. Remember that? So, person who has obtained or is required to obtain more than one registration within one state UT or more than one state or UT shall in respect of each such registration shall be treated as distinct person. This we have already covered, बच्चों. दिस वी ऑलरेडी कवर्ड बच्चों, ठीक है. सो वेर अ पर्सन हु हैज ऑब्टेन्ड or is required to obtain registration in a state or UT in respect of an establishment that is branch has an branch in another state, then such the branch is called as establishments of distinct persons. See, what do you mean by distinct persons? Different GSTIN. Correct earlier? But I told you, let us say in Maharashtra is doing selling shoes, and in Haryana bachcho is selling liquor. Intra-state only, intra-state. In Maharashtra, shoes, and in within Haryana, to Haryana, let us say liquor. Yes, clear all of you? That liquor branch will not be registered under GST, but will be deemed, will be known as establishment of distinct persons. Understood? Could you understand or no? If you're doing business in Maharashtra selling shoes, and bachcho in Punjab selling computers, then they are distinct persons. Because both these branches are registered under GST now. So every GSTIN is a distinct person. Clear till here? But same ownership and different branches, okay? Same ownership having different branches, another branch is not required to be registered because of the reasons I told you just now. It will be called as branch or establishment of distinct persons. Okay. Then another thing which we had discussed, GST is bachcho PAN based. Hi Anna. This also we had discussed a little bit. GST is PAN based. Okay, everybody. So PAN is compulsory for GST registration. Okay. However, NRTB to bachcho is non-resident. He doesn't have fixed place of business. He may or may not come to India regularly. Okay, tell all of you. In that case, bachcho, still we can give him registration. How much GST can be allotted to for one PAN? N number. You want to take for every branch, take for every branch. You don't want to take for every branch, don't take. Okay? NRTP bachcho, non-resident doesn't have any PAN, no? Non-resident doesn't have PAN. But still, we can give him obviously the GST registration number. We will not force him to have a PAN because it is under separate act, na bachcho, PAN, isn't it? This is also nice, so please understand. Okay, give it 2-star bachcho. Unique identity number, UIN, unique identity number. Okay. Let me say, are exports taxable under GST? Is there a lag again? No. Correct? Good. Fine. Then, have you heard of embassies, foreign embassies in India? Finally, yeah. So the area, the land of foreign embassy in India, USA, UK, Australia, whatever embassy bachcho they may have in India. Okay, hold on.
Recording stopped.
They are deemed bachcho. Okay, I'll just come that. There is again problem with the screen. Jhakas. Why today only everything had to start? Is there a lag, everybody? No, no. And what is the issue with? Screen is not visible, but hold on. Huh? अरे यार, एवरीथिंग इज विजिबल. ऑडियो पहले आ रहा है, वीडियो बाद में. ओके. What happened to the screen? But just a minute. Indrajit, are you there? अब ठीक है. अच्छा. Okay. I think we'll be starting in a minute. Yeah, just a minute. Huh? नहीं. अरे क्या नाटक है इसका. Visible now. Yeah, we good. Can you start?
Recording in progress.
Sorry. So what were you saying, बच्चों? So what was I discussing with you? Exports are not taxable, and foreign embassies are, बच्चों, in a way a small foreign land in India. I think I discussed this little bit of see, when these foreigners come in India, they own that property, that just house, that you can say bungalow of that embassy is deemed to be their country. So nobody can directly, you can say, cross, or you can say enter into the premises. No. Okay? Everybody, are you getting my point? So that area, that small area of embassy will be deemed as what, bacho? Foreign, you can say, office. Are you getting my point, everybody? Now there is Ministry of External Affairs. You have heard, na? MEA, Ministry of External Affairs. You might have seen that movies also, or especially again in Ukraine. Again, we have our consulate, our embassy. So we have our ministers working there, है ना? Especially in China or anywhere, in all major countries, correct? So whenever any issue happens, they are the people who deal with that particular government. Similarly, here in India, there are going to be their officials, foreign countries' officials staying in India, in their embassy in India. Are you understanding or no? Let us say that there is a UK embassy in India. UK embassy in India. Clear till here? So there are going to be UK nationals or no in India working for UK embassy. Clear? Understood till here? And they are all obviously, bachcho, special, notified, or protected, you can say, people. Hai na? Even in contract, you had seen that. Hai na? They are because of status. Anyways. So when any kind of supply is made to these people, okay, foreign consulates, embassies, okay, any kind of supply from India, simple examples: Ola, Uber, pizza, food, whatever, clothing, everything, right? For their maintenance, bacho, for their maintenance in India, it will be deemed that it is export. And on that, bacho, generally GST should not be applicable. Are you getting my point or no? Are हाँ या ना? Are they doing business in India? No. Are they, bachcho, here? Have they transferred themselves here in India? No. So they are here because of some political relations, है ना? For maintenance of political relations. Clear till here? So whenever any supply is made to them, okay, bachcho, in that case, it should be exempt. However, now every time Ola, Uber, these people, they, bachcho, cannot always show it as export. You are not doing literally export. Now I said it is deemed to be export, but you are not doing literally, bachcho, export. So let us say you charged You charge GST. Yes, tell you. But these guys will also pay GST, these people, okay? Whatever your foreign embassies, etc., are in India, they will pay the GST, but also claim back the refund, or they will claim back the amount which they had paid as taxes, because they are not business entities here in India. Are you getting my point, everybody? Okay. Just remind me one more thing I'll tell you about that UAE. Okay? I'll tell you that. Literally, बच्चों, let us say one laptop of rupees 1.1 lakh in India. Okay, let us say it is 1.25, but take 1.1 lakh in India. Laptop. In USA, you're getting it at for 95,000. Okay, fine. UAE, बच्चों, let us say Oman, somewhere there. Let me use the word Oman only. Country, sorry, not a word. Country. Oman. It may be बच्चों around 85 or something, 85,000. Okay, everybody? And if you do some tax jugaad, it might, again I'm saying just an example, will not go completely technical. I have not done my R research and development for this, R&D. Okay, if you want we can do R&D later on, but this you can get बच्चों around still 75,000 something. That means if at all you buy from Amazon today or online today, है ना, you may have to pay 1.1 lakh, let us say. Okay, but again if you do some jugaad, all these jugaad obviously will understand that you can get it बच्चों for 75,000. But yes, you have to have some patience also, because then you need some contacts. Obviously I'm talking legally only. You need to have some contacts. Somebody is coming from outside. You might have heard this so many times. Huh? Achha, you're coming from USA, bring this. You're coming from that country, bring this, because it's cheaper, isn't it? है ना? So the same concept you apply over here also. Yeah. In their bags, etc. Allowed. Just personal items are allowed. If they are open, the bags are open, they are allowed. Anyways, ready? Any specialized agency of UNO, United Nations or agency, or multilateral financial institution and organization as notified by United Nations Act, then consulate or embassy of foreign countries, understood, and any other person notified by the commissioner in India is required to obtain just a unique identification number from GSTN portal. They did not be registered, and the only and the whole sole purpose but is to claim refund of the taxes paid in India. Simple. The UN is needed for claiming a refund of taxes paid on notified suppliers of goods and services received by them, and for such other purpose as may be notified, that is okay. The UN is granted as a centralized UN. It shall be applicable to the territory of India. It is not now state specific. GST-IN we are going to see in some time. The number is but state specific. It also uses PAN, permanent account number, but also state code. So here bacho UIN. So even if the same country may have multiple embassies, now bacho USA currently here have embassy in, I think, Mumbai, maybe Delhi also, I don't know, or Bangalore also, I don't know. Gujarat definitely should be there. But that work, one of the important works which you do is what? Processing of visas. Have you heard of that or no? Visa. Where do you do the visa application and visa approval? Embassy. Yes, everybody. There's that foreign embassy in India. Clearly, all of you. You might have heard of embassy fees 5,000, 7,000 to get the visa of that country. Clear, everybody? So they may have. So even these embassies may have multiple branches in India. Clear? So but they will have a single UIN, not state specific now identification number. Okay? A person having UIN is not a registered person and thus is not a taxable person. Yes, everybody? The proper officer may. Proper officer in income tax we call assessing officer. In GST we call them as proper officer. Okay, may. Upon submission of an application in prescribed form and after filing of the said form and after receiving a recommendation from the MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, assign a UIN to the said person and issue a certificate in form number GST REG 06 within 3 working days from the date of application. Within 3 working days from the date of application. Lots of faster things bachcho they have done. In service tax bachcho, all the time we had to pay 500 rupees or 1000 rupees. Every time bachcho. 500 rupees minimum. In the time of service tax, we had to do a physical submission of the application form. You had to put a note inside. VAT also 1000 rupees. Excise also, I think. Excise work had not done, but why? Threshold limit applicable on the client. You have to compulsory take registration. And because of registration, we are going to pay the taxes. To get the work also done. To get the registration done, pay tax. All pathetic. Online things, bacho, yes. More majority things have been now done. Especially VAT, though, I'll say. I think that was an affair in every state. VAT was pathetic. Especially again that overall working situation in all of the states. They got merged with GST. Again, it's a better thing to do. No bribe, nothing. Okay. So now pay attention. Let me tell you from reverse point of view. If at all, whenever you go to a foreign country as a visitor, basically you're not a national or citizen of that country, no? So foreign country. It can be work visa, travel visa, whatever. And whatever items you purchase, I'm telling you, bachu, this is for high-end items also. High-end items means luxury items. Okay. Now this concept of GST or VAT is applicable in almost every state, every country. Sorry, है ना? So even they have, bachu, let us say rates of 10 to 20% GST or VAT. Now, are you resident of that country? No. Are you a business person of that country? No. Then why to pay tax in that country and come back? Are you getting my point? So whatever items you have purchased, and if at all you have an invoice of that, understand my point now. Okay? Okay? You have an invoice. So that item plus tax. Bacho, you can claim refund of the tax in that country. Again, there's obviously a process for that, but small process. But you need to give some time, or whoever is bringing that material for you. Okay, whoever is bacho bringing that material for you here in India. Yes, tell you. See, from India's customs point of view, I'm talking of personal transaction only. Yeah? I'm not talking of business transaction. Business transaction. If I get a laptop for myself from outside India, not an issue, because I'm going to say it is personal purpose. No problem, bacho. You might have heard of Dubai. People go and come wear gold, all the gold, because whatever is personal belonging upon you, that is not part of customs or anything about taxability. Clear till here? But I can't bring TV with me na, in my hand. Okay. Mobiles and watches, one item I think is allowed per bag. That also the item box should be open. That also they check. Okay. Anyways, so when you are in a foreign country and you have bought an item and you have paid tax on the same in that country, while coming back, or when you purchase that time only, there is a process for that. You should ask for that invoice and apply immediately to the, I think at airports also. Yes, some countries airports you have that process also, that you can submit the invoices on which you have paid the taxes, and they process that tax refund to you. Are you getting my point, everybody? The purpose is what? Because you are not a tax resident of that country, so even on the expenses you need not pay the taxes. Obviously the seller is going to charge, but you can get a refund. Understood, everybody? So similarly, if the MRP in Oman is 85,000, but the item is being sold to a foreign citizen like me, who had come on travel over there, then I will pay the 85,000, and that for example, that 10,000 is just extra tax that I'll get as a refund. Understood, everybody? So first of all, see to that countries where the price is low, and then from that country itself claim tax refund also. That will be much cheaper to you, if at all you're planning for some big item in future. Understood, all of you? So we'll wind up for today right now. ठीक है सर UN, let's keep that in mind, United Nations agency, consulate, embassy and all of that. Okay everybody, let me just check some Q&A question answers. Question number 2, can you give me the answer बच्चों? My friend's father has gone in Saudi. Yeah. Brought 12 4 iPhones each and one carrying 3 mobile. Jhakas. Nice. Yes, Indrajit, correct. NRTP, not NRI. We'll got us NRTP, non-resident taxable person. Okay. This is a simple answer, but yes, just go through the answer once properly. Examine 7th. When the supplier is liable to be registered in the following cases. Ankit of Assam is exclusively engaged in intra-state supply of taxable services. Intra. His aggregate turnover बच्चों is 25. Liable. Service बच्चों as it is 20 lakhs. Correct? Yes, tell all of you. Sanchit of Assam is engaged in intra-state supply of both goods and services. 20 lakhs still. है ना? His aggregate turnover is 20. So again liable. So exclusive service 20, goods and service 20. And Assam बच्चों, exclusive goods how much? Tell me. All of you tell me. Exclusive goods Assam. How much is the limit? Very good, Indrajit. 40 lakhs. Correct. What are the advantages of taking decision? You will do this homework. Question number 8, बच्चों, homework. Can a person without GST collect and claim ITC? It will be a crime. Big crime. Homework. If a person is making taxable supplies from different states with the same PAN, can he operate with single registration? No, because different states, then different GSTIN. Clear? PAN will be same, but GSTIN बच्चों will be different. Can a person having multiple places of business in a state obtain separate for each? Yes, allowed. For homework, बच्चों read 10 and 11 properly. Okay, read. I mean, answer तो you know. Is there a provision for a person to get himself voluntary registered? Yes. Voluntary registration. 25. Again, subsection. You can read it. For what purpose? For seamless flow of credit. Basically claiming credit. Is it necessary? Then again you put entire story of UIN. Okay. For claiming what बच्चों? Refund of the taxes paid. Then you give the entire story. United Nations body, foreign consulates, embassies, है ना? Is there an option to take centralization for services under GST law? No. It was there in service tax, but not here. Centralized is not there. It is state-wise. What could be the liabilities on transfer of business? Okay. Fine, whatever I have highlighted, please just do it as homework. Read it at least. They are all theory questions, no? Fine, everybody? Alright. Chalo, that's it for today, everybody, for GST. Okay?
Recording stopped.
YouTube, hello. Bye bye.